Welcome back, Kevin's Mobile Repair. We have us a 2007 Acura MDX. Customer stated that the passenger side and driver side temperature for the air conditioning and heat does not change. So did a quick scan, found that both motor door actuators had circuit issues. Was able to tap on the motor and make it work just for a short time. So I know we have some bad motors, and this is where we are. So this is going to be for the driver's side, and I'll show you the passenger side in a second. It has 3 screws that hold it in. 1, 2, 3, and then the little tangs and stuff like that will go onto the gear that it attaches to, which is on the driver's side. You see right there? Gonna make sure when you put it back in that the little tangs line up into those slots. Otherwise, when the motor moves, it's not going to work out too well. So here we go. Driver's side, you're gonna have a little panel. There's a lock clip right there, and then a little tang that's gonna hold it right here. So as it sits in this area right here, it's gonna pull down, and then on the side over here, we'll have a little push pin type deal. Disconnect your 2 like one, we got a ambient temp sensor, and the next a light. Take those off, move it out of the way. You do not have to do this, but I did this just for the sake of being able to see. There is a singular screw that holds right there for the bottom half of the air duct. I took it out just that I could move it out of the way to get to the bottom screw a little bit easier, which would be that one right there. That one up top, there's a module that's in the way that's on a very flimsy bracket, so you can push the bracket out of the way, and all the screws are, I believe this is a 5 or 5.5 or a Phillips head screwdriver, whichever you so choose one to use. I'm using a little stumpy screwdriver where I can get in there. You're going to take those 3 screws out, disconnect your connector, and then it literally just comes right off. So that is it for the driver's side. And once I get over to the passenger side, I will show you it, so that way we can get that one done. But passenger side is roughly the same setup. This one only has just for 1 door. Any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. And next video you will see doing the passenger side. All right, continuation of the 09 Acura. So we're doing the passenger side blend air door motor on this one. Its orientation is like this inside, and it's going to be right underneath the passenger side dash, and it's going to sit right here. All right. See a little green connector? That is the motor itself, and it is literally right there. So you're going to have 2 screws. Let's see if I can show them. 2 screws for the bottom. Those are relatively easy to get to. The other one, you're going to have to drop the glove box. And there's our motor sitting right there. That is for a blend. That is for the mode. The one below it right there, that is for the blend. See that top screw right there? That's the one you're going to want to get to, and you can get to it from the top section of this right here. I disconnected the connector right there just to make it easy, but you can get a small stubby screwdriver and get it out that way. There's one of the screws right there from the bottom, which you can also see right there. So I took this little housing right here loose. There's a 10mm right here. I took it loose so that it had some wiggle room. The back half of, see, it's this orientation like this. This screw right here had a little bit of difficulty getting to it. I only have my stubby screwdriver, so I had to move that little air duct out of the way just a little. If you have a short, I believe that's going to be a 5.5, maybe a 6mm socket. I didn't have mine with me for whatever reason, but you'll probably be able to get a socket on that and get to it easy. And same thing for this one. But it's this one, and this one right here, and this one up here is just a guide pin. So just those three comes out. Make sure you do line up your orientation pin with the door itself, otherwise you'll be taking it back apart and putting it back in. The only fun part is getting in there, getting it lined up. Start out with one screw, go to the next one, and then you can line up your peg in the door itself to make it a little bit easier, because it's not a very conducive area to do much stuff. So I'm going to plug everything back up, unplug the recirculation motor so I didn't break it off or anything, get into that top screw. 10mm right there, glove box comes down. Same thing as the driver's side, just have a little panel, a couple connectors, and then it pops off. But move what you need to as far as to get access to those two bottom screws. I just moved a couple wiring harnesses. I disconnected the blower motor resistor connector just so that none of that stuff was in my way, sticking your hand back up in there. There's not too much you can see, unfortunately, because of the tight area that it's in. You do need to be on your back on this one, so that's the fun part. But it's doable. Took about 30 minutes to do. But any questions or comments, feel free to let me know.